We are here at Kenilworth with Coach Umar, man. This was a great event today. Talk about the importance of events like this.
Well, this is my mission for most of the colleagues, differs a little bit from most of my colleagues around the country who are interested in just boxers. Me, I'm a mentor, a lifetime mentor, 40 years. I deal with at-risk youth. I got a relationship with the DC Department of Youth and Rehabilitation Services, and my goal is keeping kids off the street, environment where there is structure and possibly save lives. And my win, I tell my coaches in my gym, my win is not predicated from a W in the ring. My win comes from every time a kid comes through that door and he show up the next day, and his mom don't have to bury him, his parents don't have to bury him. That's a win for me. So that's what my life is dedicated to, saving lives. And I use sports and the boxing as a hook to bring them in, but that's what my mission is. It was important it was a blessing for the Department of Parks and Rec. And one of my sponsors, CM3, Clinton Lacey, to link up with me, and they understand the importance of it. Delano Hunter and Clinton Lacey, they provided the funding, and they had pledged to continue providing funding for events like this. And there you have it, brother. But also appreciate the work you do.
I appreciate that.
You're all around, you're over everywhere, and you own it. And I ain't gonna go into that last post you put, but I feel you.
I gotta ask you, Coach, because this event is very important. I've talked to with Coach Calvin at Upton. He's dealt with the same thing where, keeping the youth out of the streets. In the gyms, he's lost some to the streets. Then you have coaches in Philly that I've talked to. Philly the same way. So you have coaches from different areas who have the same struggle and coming together, man, for the upliftment of the youth, during times like this.
And Calvin and I have some extensive history dating back prior to boxing. So next time you get with him, he can expound on that. He and I are going to eventually do a little interview together. And our struggles, we came up the same background. I spoke to Calvin maybe about a week ago, and I asked him to come up. He said after that, his young bull putting that work, he'd taken 2 weeks off. And that's why he wasn't here today. But anyway, yeah, we got the similar struggle, saving lives, man. By any means necessary, man. This is the way we do it.
Let me ask you, because right now you have a situation in the DC where you have the old DC meeting the new DC, where we pretty much getting pushed out. There's only a certain few pockets left that we're here in DC as original natives of DC.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not getting. We out. We done been pushed out. The gentrification is done. But I'm fortunate enough, me and my siblings still have our homes in DC.
Ownership.
And right now, I'm in the process. Unfortunately, my sister passed a year ago in her house right in the city. I'm purchasing that, waiting for a settlement date, so that won't get away. So we got a few of us that's come up from old school that's implanted here. We're gonna stay here. We're not going nowhere. And this is what my life is dedicated to. And saving the ones that's here. And anybody that come in contact with, come to my gym. But like I say, this is the work we do, Calvin. We got history together, and he'll tell you about that. And one day maybe you can do the interview. We give you some interesting history.
But I swear these programs are necessary. Like I bring my daughter over to with the DC Kickers and the DC Wheel Kickers over there on 18th Street Northeast.
Right.
Man, getting a lot of good work in. And a lot of people don't even know that's a free program. Free. Getting taught by amazing black belts, man.
Free. We are professionals. I'm a volunteer. I don't get paid for this. 40 years. I've never accepted a gym due. I pay for kids' passbooks, boxing shoes, boxing uniform, airfare, hotel for close to 40 years. Never accepted one dime. Not saying that I can't use no money, but I'm not going to let that stop me from doing what I do. I got some associates that if there's no money involved, they, hey, well, me, I want to get some money too, but if it's not there, that's not going to stop me from doing what I do. My passion, love for what I do.
Yeah. I tell anybody, man, I love this, man. I'll come to an amateur event before I go to a pro event. I remember I turned in my credentials at the MGM National Harbor just to go to an amateur event one night because I had more passion for it.
And they lit, and they from the heart, man. They ain't getting paid nothing. That's one other thing. If the events you've covered, me and Daryl do, you've never seen me do an event without the belts and those the nice size trophies. That's a reason behind that. When I reach for my funding, some of them I fund myself out of pocket. I know what the youth love, and I know what keep them motivated. They love those belts. You know that. They love the straps.
Love it. My daughter just got a strap last weekend for the karate tournament. So.
And then if you notice on my trophies, I don't have losers. I got first place runner up on my second place trophy.
I noticed that.
I don't do that.
I noticed that.
There are no losers when it comes to this sport. We know the work that they put in. So when I go to my sponsors, the first thing I do is ask for a minimum of $3,500 for belts and trophies. If you can't do that, I can't do the show. That's going back to the youngest. $2.50 medals, and you charging, each his own. I have a problem with that. You give them kids them $2.50 medal, you charging all these astronomical prices to come in.
Speak on that. Speak on that.
I won't speak.
Oh, I've seen that.
Have you ever seen me do an event without trophies or belts?
Not at all.
Because when my sponsors come to me or people come to me wanting me to do events for them, I said, this is what I need a budget for, the belts and the trophies. Brother, what about them? No, we don't do them. Them young men deserve better than that. Young men and women. They deserve better than that. And you ain't going to ever see me do an event if it's not going to have some quality size trophies as well as those straps. Because I know that's what they like. That's putting it back into the youth. Breathe or not?
I 100% agree. 100%.
Crown Trophy. Google them. See how much those little medals cost.
I know.
$2.50. Got some expensive ones, $4.50. How can you do that? Okay, well, I ain't got the funding. No. You get the funding for your part of it, your event organizer, whatever. So what I do, you putting them on, the kids on the back end. I put the kids on the front end. The first line when I ask for funding is a budget for straps and trophies. I didn't get paid no consultant fee or event organizer.
And there was no charge to get in today?
No charge.
That's another thing.
Because I got funding. If I get funding from an agency organization, why would I charge the public? When I charge, and maybe it's an event I did out of pocket, trying to recover some of my money, and you never do it. But if I got sponsors, I got 4 boxing rings. I didn't even bring my own ring, but I rented Potomac Valley Ace Association ring. You know why? Because that goes back to the kids. I got 4 rings. I could have put my ring in for free, but they say, well, if you're in our ring, that's gonna help the JO. That's gonna go back into bring y'all ring. We're gonna pay for that instead of me putting my own ring in and they had to pay nothing. That's what's real life giving back, not exploitation. Some of these kids,
speaking on that too, Coach, the importance of seeing former world champions Keith Holmes, Sean Bay Mitchell.
Keith, let me speak on Keith first. Keith, my man, there's no event I've done, whether it's a community event, ain't got associated with boxing or anything, when I don't call Keith. If Keith available, Keith there. Keith gonna come 100 times, 100. Sean Bay there. Some of our other champions, we gotta do better. And you're not obligated, but why wouldn't you want to? Knowing you came this path, and you very rarely see the rest.
Especially with the rich history of DC boxing, we had 5 world champions at the same time in the period like in the mid 80s, early 90s.
Come on, Eric. I know we don't expect you to attend every event because you got your lives to live, you got your families, but come on, man, year after year after year, you don't see them faces, man, and it's disheartening. But I want to give it up to Keith, Andrew Council, Sean Bay, Mike Fox, the brothers. They come out and support all the time. And Damon Nicholson, all the ones that do come out, continuously support, man. I got nothing but respect, especially Damon and Mike Fox and Andrew. Well, Damon and Mike Fox are still in the midst of their career and take time
still coming out to
the
events like this.
Nothing but respect and love for individuals like that.
Definitely.
But
Hey, man, I truly appreciate your time, Coach, and I had a great time today, man.
Likewise, brother. I appreciate all you do.
Man, I appreciate it, Coach.
All right, bro. Take care.
All right. All right. Respect, Coach.